What's going on, coaches? This is going to be the second installment of the base install in the Pro Series, and it's the second play that we put in when we put the series in 2011. We called it I Right 31 Counter Trap. We packaged it with the toss play because I feel with my Delaware background, well, with the wing T background and how we evolved into the hybrid wing, I thought it was important to have lookalike plays and use the order of football to adapt to a two-back scheme. We designed all lookalike plays to complement with carryover and schemes because I only wanted to get good at a couple things. So therefore, we concentrated on making plays look like each other's and tried to keep the schemes consistent. We also did it to find alternative ways to get the Z back, which we call him a Z, who's usually out here in the flank. He would be our true tailback when we're in our hybrid wing, but in the I, we would flank him out. And the H involved in the run game. So we had to be creative in that sense. So the run game didn't revolve around this one back here, the running back. This is a quick hitting play. This is not a home run type play. This is just a straight play, a compliment off the toss, and it was built to get us a hard 3.5 yards. We're going to talk about the aiming point of the fullback and how we get him on the right track to get up in the alley that we're going to create, where we create the crease in the defense after we get him flowing one way. We're going to talk about the quarterback's blind handoff and the importance of hiding the football even in the eye. I know there's some eye people that want to show the football. I've always believed in hiding the football because of the things we can do off of it in the pass game, how it helps us get us on the proper paths in the pass game, whether we're rolling out, sprinting out, booting back the other way. I feel hiding the football, pulling it in your waist, punching and spinning and getting your back to the defense is a huge piece of our pass game. So that's part of the reason I want to touch on that. And then we're going to start touching on our double teams, how we name them, our center and guard double team. We're going to call it for generic purposes. Our ace block, where we're going to ace back to the backside linebacker. And we're going to talk about the gap steps, our seal steps, how we shut off parts of the defense so we could allow pullers to get to where they're going. So here we go. Second play in the install, like I said, we would call I Right 31 Counter Trap. It's obviously going to complement the toss, so everything's going to look like toss. All the steps will be the same for the running back. The Z and the X are always going to block the targets. Like I said, our base rules always push crack. In this scenario, this is a one-hole play. So this is the one man here, the left guard. He's going to be on an ace double team with the center, where we're going to lay this double team thick and work it back to this backside linebacker. That's going to get us the movement we need for this back to read the block of this guard, which is his aiming point. Remember, we numbered men and not gaps for this reason. He is going to jab step right and come back underneath, aiming at the butt of that left guard wherever he was. Quarterback is going to punch and spin, make it look like it's tossed, but he's going to blind hand off and slip that ball in the H-back underneath. The left tackle to that side will use an evasive technique and climb and square up on this linebacker. That is a technique we have to teach that tackle how to balance up that linebacker and make square contact when he's using his evasive technique. He wants to rip underneath like he's grabbing a towel off the ground, staying square, climbing to this linebacker, because this is where we're going to create this alley. Right here between this double team, the slip on this mic, and the ball coming in right behind it. That's why I said the play's not built to be a big play. This is a quick hitter, 3 to 5 yards to complement the toss play. On the backside, we're going to use a pickpocket technique with this right guard. Well, he will seal step, use his hand to his inside hand to aim it for the far hip of that center and propel himself inside out on this defensive end, getting our head to his inside ear hole so we could create a seam. So here's what we got here. A block in, a block out, a block through. That is all Delaware format that I implemented into this particular scheme. So Now we created a crease. You see where the trap's coming from. We're going to get inside out on this end. We got a seal and wheel step here. We got this Y that could climb backer to safety, get something on the backside, and try to cut this off on the backside here in case it bends back. Remember what I said in the first part. We pay a lot of attention to what goes on the backside. Pushing, cracking, and these X's and Z's blocking the targets is very important in the interior run game because we don't know where those blocks are going to play into a big run at the second and third level. So, like I've done with the other plays, I put it up against even fronts. I put it up against an even front here, a couple different fronts. We got the 4-4 again, where we're going to run I right, 31, counter trap. Everything looks the same. Even in this scenario here, where we get a one technique, we are going to take an ace double team back to that backside linebacker. Where this double team, they're going to get butt to butt, hip to hip, start moving it vertically, but keeping their eyes in here so we allow no run through in this A gap. We got the center blocking back. He's gonna shut this backside off. We got this tackle pickpocketing the center, getting inside out on this far defensive end. Once again, this tackle will use an evasive technique, climb to this linebacker, if not right up to the safety, or maybe this guy falls into the play here. He will take a seal step and climb. He really can't affect the play. Plus, he's got to respect the action of the toss, so he becomes a non-factor. We don't even have to touch him. You got your quarterback punching and spinning, making it look like toss. Blind handoff, slipping it off to the H underneath, who's taking a counter step, coming back underneath, aiming for the inside leg of this guard who's on the ace, who's on the ace double team. I mean, actually, this is not an ace. This is a deuce block. Deuce is tackle and guard. They're going to deuce to the backside backer. I'm sorry, correction. This is a deuce block. He will take a gap step. He will take a gap step, post this guy up. We're going to move it back. On these evasive techniques, that's actually a gap step when you think about it. They're going to step with their inside foot and rip under that. So it's gonna look something like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's going to look boom, boom. So it's going to be 1-2. Your inside step is going to be on a 45, and you're going to rip that backside arm underneath and get down on this deuce double team to the backside. Here we got it up against an old-fashioned 5-3 where we got an ace back. We're going to slip the tackle under to the mic, cut him off here. We got the right guard pickpocketing the tackle. So here's our lane we created. H, counter step, get underneath. X and Z block the targets. We're going to seal step and will on this tackle and can't make the play while we're using evasive technique. Cut off something at second or third level. Once again, we got everything taken care of. Front side to back. Now here's an interesting situation where you have to have an ability to tag plays and have adjustments for when you get the six-man front. In youth ball, you're going to get this look here. And you have to have it built into your system where you can take care of it. How we would take care of it is this will be our down call. We would call domino on the front side. Where the center is going to block back, he'll take care of him. Guard is going to run his track to the backside backer because that's the immediate threat to his inside gap is back here. And we're trying to cut this play off in here somewhere. Tackle, same thing, will block his inside man. We will have the right guard pickpocket the center, get flat, get his head in the hole on his tackle, kick him out. This guy doesn't matter because we're going to run inside of him, aiming point, still being the guard, even though there's not a double team. We will still aim at that guard's inside foot so it gets us on the right track. Now, in this situation, again, we're hoping with the influence of the toss and the quarterback making it look like toss after the handoff, we're getting some movement from this second level over to hopefully let the H-back get up in there and pop the play. This play in a state championship game in 2012, I believe it was against an even front. They were playing an over-aggressive 4-4. We called it in the state championship and it hit for like a 60-yard touchdown because of that action there. These guys, these linebackers inside followed flow, and we snuck it back underneath, and that thing split the stovepipe right for a touchdown. So this is a very good compliment to the toss play. It's the second part of the base install, and it's a must-have. I right, counter trap. Like I said, I hope every time somebody's getting something for this. Any questions, either ask me on the board or ask me down below, and I'll try to answer them the best way as possible. But more importantly, like I said, second play in the bass install, I write 31 counter trap. See y'all next time.